It's winter sports season here at Holliston High School, and the Panther basketball program is ready to tip off starting this Friday versus Millis. The coaches and the players are excited, and we're going to have both of them joining us tonight. Girls coach Kurt Lorenzen and boys coach Mark Champagne will be here, along with some seniors as well. We'll have 4 senior boys with us: Tyler Cotting, Luke Campbell, Aiden Jewett, and Jake Waldman. And for the girls, we have 2 seniors, the 2 senior captains, Jackie Alabrandi and Olivia Briggs. I'm Brian Winston, and this is SporTView. So, Coach, how has we got the season coming up? How's the preseason been? Tell me about the workouts.
It's been good. I think you know, we always feel like you're behind because we had a couple of snow days, and just everybody's new to me and vice versa. But they've been very good. They've worked very hard. I think they're starting to understand who's in charge, a little bit of chain of command a little bit. So that's been getting better, and the practices have been very healthy, very productive, very positive with them handling, you know, critiques and stuff. So it's been good.
So the overall attitude of the team so far in the early stages?
Happier.
Great.
But everyone's playing now, and we haven't lost a game, so it's been good. But it's been great.
Yeah, and there's a lot to get used to. New coaching staff.
Yep.
You got some combinations of new players. Why don't you talk a little bit about your staff?
So we're very, very happy with the staff. We actually had a JV coach that we lost 2 days before Thanksgiving just because he got a real life situation where his boss changed his work hours. So we picked up Jeff, our JV coach, is a teacher of 30 years in Framingham, and we're really happy to have him. Our freshman coach is John Fitzgerald, and he does a great job. And my assistant, Sean Costello, who I know Sean very well and vice versa, so there's a lot of trust built up over the years. So they've been good. We're all asking each other questions. There's a lot of trust there, and that's important so the kids see that. Otherwise, they think we're talking one way and not walking the same walk ourselves.
Yeah,
so it's been very good.
Sure. And what's got the first game against Millis coming up Friday night? Give me a little preview on the Tri-Valley this year. I don't know how much you know, or scouting that's been done, so to speak. But
I think Tri-Valley's up this year. A lot of underclassmen played a lot last year. You know, for us, it's really about worrying about what we're doing and not spending too much on the other team. And because we have so much to do, we have a couple of our guys are injured and not playing right now. So it's giving other guys a chance to play and maybe prove that they should be playing. So it's really an opportunity for a lot of other guys. And hopefully they see it that way too. But we're really looking forward to the season. Millis, it'll be nice to play home the first game. Yeah. And hopefully we can get through that, build up some confidence, and then go to Hopkinton next week. And it's about as far as I've looked so far.
Yeah, sure. So you don't want to get too far ahead. And what are, you know, looking ahead, confidence, what are some of the other goals or philosophies that you're trying to achieve this year?
Yeah, there's a lot of cultural changes we're trying to make with full effort and supporting each other as teammates. And but they're doing a good job with it. I mean, I don't know if it's new to them because I wasn't here last year, nor do I care what went on last year. But for them, it's new. It's certainly a new voice saying things, and they've responded very well.
How about some of the players? You have some seniors. Off the top of my head, maybe 5, 6 seniors or so. I know a couple of them are injured.
Yep.
What do you think about the senior leadership on the team and what you're looking for from those guys in their last year?
Well, that's still playing out a little bit. You know, everybody leads differently. It's kind of a word that gets misused these days. You can be quietly leading too.
Sure.
So I think they've done a good job. It's all part of cultural, knowing their place and knowing how to talk to each other as a leader. But I think they're doing a good job. We've got an equal number of juniors as well, so we got a nice mix. And you know, I think the leadership thing will take time also. It's a patience test for all of us.
Sure.
But so far, so good.
Yeah, and you're just getting to know the kids. You've just really gotten to know them a little bit this summer and the fall, and now with the winter coming.
Teenage boys need their trust.
Sure.
And they don't just get ordered around like my age group did, you know, and that's actually a good thing. So for them, they need to trust, and we're trying to build a good foundation through that.
Sure. And without, talking a little X's and O's, without giving too much away, of course, what are some of the things that you're trying to get them to do on the court during the games, or any certain principles that you're focusing on?
Well, we need a lot of work on fundamentals. So in order to play at a faster pace, you need better fundamentals. So we're doing a lot of half-court things right now. We're hoping we can build on that before we start extending the floor too much. So as their fundamentals get better, I think it'll allow us to do different things. We don't really do what the coaches want. We do what we hope our kids can be successful at doing. So it doesn't matter what I want, it's what's going to work.
Right.
So we're going through that a little bit. And right now we're doing a lot more half-court things. But we've only practiced for a week and well, just a little, not even a week. Today's a week.
Right. So. And that's important too, for the coaching staff to figure out what your players are good at and putting them in those positions to be able to do that.
Yeah. And we tell them that all the time. We might be wrong. So give us a chance. We'll figure it out. Just like you guys have to trust us.
Sure. And speaking of that, what about communication? Just sitting here watching practice a little bit, you clearly seem like a great communicator with the team. Are you getting that coming back from the kids at all, in terms of them asking questions and being involved in what you're trying to teach them?
Well, we talk about it. We got a lot of quiet voices. We'd like them, at least within the lines, not in the classroom, to express themselves more as a team. I mean, I like being active in practice. I am an alpha dog by nature. But I like it when they ask questions. I think it means that they're thinking about what you're teaching them. And I once again, the difference was we were always told, speak when you're spoken to. Well, we don't want them to be like that. We want them to speak respectfully at the right time when something's on their mind. So, I think the practices have had pretty good energy, and we're just trying to, advance on it.
Yeah.
So.
And what if you were to pick a couple of things that you would want out of each player on the team, in terms of whether it's on the court, off the court, what would Coach Champagne's ideal player, those kind of values have in a couple
Well,
of
I'd like them to play within their capabilities, not try to be something they're not. We all want to be different things, and the reality is that we're all given different gifts. So we'd like them to learn what their gifts are and how that fits in the team. And the other thing is just to be better teammates. I mean, it might be body language, it might be the way they speak to each other, the way they represent themselves to referees. I mean, we have a lot of conversations about those things, which we could roll our eyes about it all we want. Until they learn to do it, it's on us to teach them.
Sure.
So I really want them to feel good about themselves when they leave the gym. And it's really not winning or losing. I just want them to feel good about their effort. And I think the winning will follow. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to do things in the right order. We all want to win. We all want a job that pays a lot, all these things. But there's a sense of, there's no entitlement here, so you have to work your way up the ladder a little bit.
Yeah, and these guys at this age, that instant gratification is kind of what they're used to, and you're slowing things down.
Oh, yeah. And even when we talk to them about adults are always ordering them around. It's the way our culture is. Every time slot is filled and organized for them. Within this gym, we want them to, I'll lose my voice for the year if they don't start talking more, but I won't allow it to stay that way.
Right.
So I'm hoping they do assert themselves more and take ownership of their own team.
Sure.
It'll be fun to sit back and watch that.
Yeah, and you'll get to do that in just a couple of days with the first game Friday night.
I don't know if I'll be sitting back yet, but I'll certainly be looking forward to starting up.
Right. Yeah. All right, Coach. Well, thanks for spending a few minutes with us.
Thank you very much.
Good luck in the season.
All right, awesome.
Well, guys, senior year. We're here with 4 seniors from the Holliston Panther basketball team. We're here with Luke Campbell, Aiden Jewett, Jake Waldman, and Tyler Cotting. Guys, here it is, the senior year. You've got a fresh start this season. Why don't we start with you, Luke? Tell me a little bit about maybe a goal for the season for the team. I know team first. What do you think?
I mean, we have a lot of seniors this year. We've all been waiting for a fresh start, so I think we can make a pretty good run in the TVO, hopefully finish near the top. That's our goal right now.
Yeah, and Aiden, how's the team? I know you haven't had many practices together, even though you've played a little bit this summer and in the fall league, but what do you think about the team so far coming together?
I feel like we're really clicking right now. Like, everyone's just all coming together, and we're all like one big brain when we're out on the court. Everyone's thinking.
Yeah, and it comes from, you guys have played together a long time. Yeah. Whether it's travel ball, town ball, street ball, whatever. So talk about that, Jake, a little bit. Just you guys, your time together, and how does that help you on the court?
Yeah, definitely having that chemistry from all those years of playing ball together, and it's definitely senior year. Just excited to have one last year with them, enjoying it a lot.
And Tyler, I know you're nicked up a little bit right now, but you'll hopefully be back on the court soon. And you're a scrappy player, and I know that's one of the best things about this team is that we're a scrappy, gritty team. Talk a little bit about that and how that helps you guys on the court and to get loose balls, things like that.
I think that's one of our best advantages that we have. We might have games where the ball's not going in the basket, but if we're winning the balls, the rebounds on the boards, balls loose on the court, that can help us pull through if the shots aren't going in.
Yeah, a lot of the hustle plays can add up there for you guys. What about some memories? Let's go back in time a little bit more. I want you guys to think about something, from your Holliston career, which has been a long time. Anything pop into mind, whether it's a play, a game, a coach, a funny moment on the bus? Luke, something come to mind?
The pasta dinners just over the years, those have been a great way for the guys to click, just hanging out in guys' basements, playing video games, having food, those are the moments that we get closer and we'll remember in the future.
Sure, those are fun. What about you, Aiden? Anything? And you got to play with your brother and brothers over the years.
I think that was a really big one. Like, I haven't really played competitive basketball with Sean before, but just seeing how he acts differently, like on the court, he's just such a mentor out there, and it was just a great experience for me.
Yeah. And how about you, Jake? Anything stick out over the years, even going back to the travel ball days?
Yeah, I loved youth ball and taking it up to the high school. It's been great. Still playing with the same guys I did a couple of years ago. So.
And Tyler, you just fresh off the soccer season. I know you got a lot of memories there from your final last season of soccer. But what about you for something for basketball?
I mean, I started playing basketball at a late age, so I didn't have the whole youth system. But I think one of my high school memories is, always when I check in, I say hello to my mother. That's my one thing I do.
Good boy, good boy. What about anything as a team you guys are looking to improve on this year in terms of play on the court? Anything, whether it's communication, your defense, the press, anything? I know, again, it's short time with practicing with your new coaching staff, but anything that you guys have been specifically working on in practice?
Taking care of the ball definitely has been one of the top priorities. Having over 20 turnovers a game last year was, if you're turning the ball over that many times a game, it's hard to be in any game really. So limiting our turnovers will be in pretty much every game.
Sure. And guys, what about, we have a new coaching staff this year from top to bottom, from Coach Champagne down to a new freshman coach. And I assume you guys have been mingling with all of the coaching staff so far. Any thoughts on the coaching staff and how that's been going, communication-wise, a little bit of team bonding that you've been able to do?
I mean, I think we're starting to click. I mean, everyone's liking each other. It's going a lot better than it has been going. I think this is the year most enjoyable so far, at least for me. I don't know about these guys, but I've been loving coming to practice every day so far. So
the amount of knowledge, like basketball knowledge in the gym every day at practice is crazy. With those 4 coaches out there, there's a big difference.
Yeah, and they're able, I can just see by the little practice that I've watched tonight that a lot of communication. Coach Champagne very vocal with you guys, which I think is great, and you guys interacting with him. In terms of the Tri-Valley League, I know, I asked Coach the same question. He said, we're all kind of worried about ourselves. I'm sure you guys are too, but any teams popping out here in your last year, grudge matches, rivalries that you've had over the years that you're looking forward to getting one more shot at one of the teams?
I can't wait for Ashland. Last year I got stomped on the face by one kid. I won't name who.
Right.
So I want to get a win there, and also I think Westwood's a big one we're looking forward to because they kind of thrashed us around last year, especially at their place. So I think we want to play a good game against them to make sure we go out on it.
Millis too. We were supposed to beat them by 20 last year, and then they came out, beat us by 25. Yeah. So this Friday night we're looking to make a statement.
That's right. You got 2 games. So tell me your thoughts. Sort of pre-game mode starting here, where it's already practice is done on Wednesday. You guys will work out. I know tomorrow night. Got a team dinner tomorrow night, right? After the practice, and then you got game time on Friday. So, what are some of the pre-game thoughts? What are you thinking about going into this game against Millis here at home too, opening at home?
I just think can't take anything too lightly this year. Got to leave it all on the court out there and make sure we're all working together.
Yeah, I think I can speak for most of us on the team. We're all fired up, ready to go tomorrow or Friday. So I'm excited.
We need to make sure our juju's there. That's a huge thing on this team. The juju needs to be there. If there's no juju, we're not going to play well.
Yeah.
It's all about the juju.
Right. Get some rhythm, some positive vibes, and it seems like the team has it so far. So good luck this season, boys. I'm excited to watch you guys play, and hopefully we're going to make the playoffs this year and have a fantastic year, and you guys will have some fun too as well. So good luck, boys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Kurt, how's the team looking? Only a few practices, behind the 8 ball a little bit with a couple of snow days, but how's it been going in the limited preseason you've had so far?
It's been going pretty good. You know, I don't have much of a voice, so I'm yelling quite a bit, but they're working very hard. We have 4 seniors, 4 juniors, and 4 sophomores, so they're learning a lot still, but I have 8 returning players, so they kind of get it, you know, so it's been going pretty well. They're working really hard.
What are some of the without giving too much away, what are some of the things you've been trying to stress? And again, limited practice time, but what are some of the things you're going over? The fundamentals? Is it certain types of offense or defense? Or
yeah, I really believe in a full speed game, so we've been really working on conditioning, getting up and down the court, not just kind of walking it up, and then just play basketball. And we kind of get them in sets so they can just use their skills and just play basketball.
Sure.
Working on that.
And I know you've been involved in the program for a long time, so you've seen these girls somewhat grow up, right, in the basketball sense as well.
Yeah, it's been kind of fun to watch them, you know, the youth program, and now it's always bittersweet. The seniors come up, and I've been with them for 6, 7, 8 years.
Sure.
I'm proud of them, you know.
Sure. And what are some of the goals for the season coming up? I know you probably take it one game at a time, so to speak, and you got Millis coming up on Friday.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you're looking for from your team to start the season?
You know, we just need to really compete in the Tri-Valley because it's so competitive for us, and we're in the large division. I mean, the team goal is to win 10 games, get in the state tournament.
Yeah.
So, but you got to take one game at a time and get better every game.
Sure. And how about off the court? I know there's, it's not just all about X's and O's. What are some of the off the court types of things that you talk to your girls about?
Well, we just talk about, you're accountable for all your actions. We talk about our theme is being stronger together.
Yeah.
And so they're doing a lot of team bonding, even in the short time. They did a lot in the preseason together, individual workouts, and things like that. So we kind of build on that.
Sure. Talk a little bit about your coaching staff. I know you've been, Coach Cheever's been with you for a long time.
Yes. Brian and I have been coaching for, I don't want to say how many years, with the youth, and then the last few years together up here. He's doing a great job. He's doing the JV, and he's my assistant.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you got a JV team and a freshman team, I'm hearing, this year.
Yeah, Brian, we're really lucky. We have 29 girls in the program.
Great.
9 freshmen.
Okay.
And so we're calling it JV2, which could be only 4 or 5 teams in the Tri-Valley have freshman teams.
Okay.
But they're going to get about 10, 12 games in, which is very competitive for us. And then we'll have a solid JV team, and then of course the varsity.
Yeah, sure. And what's, so 10 wins sounds like the goal that you guys can achieve. I know build up on some improvement from last year. And the rest of the Tri-Valley League, tough league you're saying this year?
Yeah, you always have the same suspects that do very well. In the large group, it's Medfield and Westwood, and Norwood's really strong, and Hopkinton. So, but it's tough. It's gonna be a tough battle, but we want to try and get to 10 games.
Yeah. And who what's a typical Coach Kurt Lorenzen player? Like, what do you look for out of all the girls as a basketball player and a teammate? What are some of those things that you're looking for the girls to kind of take on their role for the season coming up?
What I really look for. You love just solid basketball players, but you like that leadership that can help out the younger girls, which we have. And I look for the athleticism. I just like good, solid athletes, teach them how to play basketball. Yeah. Big speed, which we have.
And it looks like you have some size too this year, from what I've seen. Watching practice a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. We lost a couple bigs from last year, but we have a really good team speed. And if we can relate that to team chemistry, we're going to be up and down the court pretty fast. That's the goal.
Yeah, and you got Friday night, 2 days away, against Millis on the road opening up.
On the road at Millis, they're always good, well coached. It's going to be a fun start.
Great. Well, good luck on the season,
Kurt.
Thank
you very much.
Hope you get a lot of wins this year.
Okay, great. Thank you.
So we got our 2 senior captains on the girls basketball team here, Jackie Alibrandi and Olivia Briggs. Thanks for joining us. So You guys must be pumped for the season Friday night.
Yeah.
Any thoughts, Jackie, on Millis on the road? I know it's a tough team.
They're very handsy, if you will, but I think this season we're very strong, so I think it's going to be a great game, great competition.
And I know you guys haven't had much practice, Olivia.
Yeah.
I mean, and a snow day, and the after-school stuff canceled last Monday. But how's the preseason been going in terms of your workouts and you know, with the coaching staff? How's that been going so far?
I mean, obviously our coaching staff is always amazing. Coach Cheever and Coach Lorenzen are like incredible. I mean, me and Jackie have been with them for, I mean, almost 5 years now because we started in middle school working with them. So, but we've been doing great. I mean, we lift twice a week. We're in here Sundays. We had a Saturday practice last week. I mean, we're just going, and getting ready for Friday.
That's awesome. And any stuff happening over the summer too, and during the fall as well? Yeah, you guys are working out as well.
Yeah. So the season technically hasn't stopped, if you will.
No.
We're always captain's practices, summer league, everything.
Great. And what you know, what are some of the goals for the team this year? I know your coach mentioned, you know, a goal of, you know, besides having fun and playing hard, but 10 wins I know is a goal. But what's some of the things maybe the teammates are, and you guys as captains are looking forward to get out of your team for the year?
I mean, I feel last year we had some games where we felt we played at 60% sometimes. So the coach always, coaching us as well, and the past captains have tried emphasizing that we always want 100% intensity the whole time. We don't want to go down to other teams' levels.
Right.
We always want to be above and always keep us ahead of them instead of always trying to trail behind us from the scoreboard.
Sure. And Coach talked about that he's trying to keep you guys up tempo, you know, like the old Red Auerbach style, just run. And he's been working on that in practice, I assume.
I think we know our own potential and we know what we have in our own hat, but I think sometimes we forget that we have to work on it. And I mean, last year our shooting percentage was a little lower than we'd like it. So I think for me, and I know for the guards, that's a huge thing, is our shooting percentage and rebounding. We have some pretty good height, and quickness is a huge asset this year. So
yeah, that's what Coach was talking about, was the speed of the team. And in terms of what about off the court? You know, I know a big part of being on a basketball team is you know, the fun, the bus rides, before and after practice, hanging out. Talk a little bit about that. How's the team getting together? I know you girls have played, you know, with the same kids for a while, but how's that been going, the off the court stuff with the girls?
I feel like we've gotten very lucky that every year there's been no drama or anything, that we've been such a tight-knit family, if you will.
Sure.
Where everybody gets along, and it just makes things so much easier because it practice is enjoyable, and we all know each other's tempos and everything that we can go along with each other.
Yeah,
so everything fits.
It's important to know each other's strengths and weaknesses, and not just on the court, but off the court. And, you know, when someone makes a great play, how much do you praise them? When someone maybe messes up, you know, the timing of trying to talk to them. So let's go down memory lane for a moment. I mean, a lot of basketball that you guys have played. Any particular memories? We'll start with you, Olivia. Any particular memory pop up, whether it's in high school or middle school, travel ball, town
I just
ball?
want to say probably just my first thing pops up is probably middle school. I mean, me and Jackie have been playing together since what, 5th, 6th grade, so a long time. So I mean, we've been on the road together, in and out, but we've always had Mr. Downing was our middle school coach, so he kind of brought us up. He taught us a lot of what we know, a lot of the foundation. So that's one of my big memories. Is just I've played with Jackie, like I said, and I'm very lucky to have her as one of my best friends, I would say. So that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what about you, Jackie? I know a lot of fond memories, I'm sure, with Olivia. Anything in particular stand out, or with some of your other teammates or coaches?
In particular, I gotta say Hopkinton last year. It was the seniors, 4 years we've never beat Hopkinton. Last year, I feel everybody was just on top of their game. And everyone just before the game. I remember Eliza with that pep talk that she had, and I feel everyone was on the same pace, and we just went out there and we kicked their butts. I nice bloody nose that game.
There you go. That'll go.
Well worth it.
Yeah, great.
Just like you could feel the connection on the court in that game. And it was a great feeling to beat them.
Excellent, and hopefully that's going to continue this year. It sounds like you guys are a gritty bunch, and, and that's a big part of basketball, right, is that toughness. So thanks for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Best of luck this season. Have an awesome senior year, and go Panthers.
Yeah.
Thank you.
As you heard, this promises to be a very exciting year for Panther basketball. So good luck to both teams, and may all their shots fall. This is Brian Winston for SportView.